2 years ago, we started our craziest project yet. We built this 2-story garage studio from the ground up with zero new construction experience. We paid cash for the materials and took our time along the way to get all the little details exactly right. But that was only the beginning, gang. Now it's time for the main event. It's time to build the actual house. It's going to be much bigger and much harder to build, especially with just 3 guys. And this time we have $300,000 and 365 days to build that 3,100 square foot dream home. Let's get started. What's up, gang? Paul with StudPack. Welcome back to the channel. We are really excited today because we finally get to start building the second floor, and it starts with the subfloor itself. We got a big pile of Advantec X Factor. Really excited to use that. Now, most second floors, it's pretty simple, right? You start a long row of your subfloor and you just keep going. Well, of course, not with the StudPack house. We have 2 different directions of the subfloor we got to accommodate, and we have 3 different levels because if you remember from our previous videos, the bathroom is dropped and the shower is dropped. And so we got to build blocking as well and think about our roof and our stairs and all that. But we're going to get into that as we run the video. So we're going to start on the far side. So we got our old friend, the scaffolding, out right next to our pile of Advantec. And we're going to build a sidewalk to the other side, start laying those sheets over there and build this way towards the scaffold, removing our sidewalk at the same time. Let's get started. So I think what we want to do, take a sheet, slide it long ways to a person up here and keep on going to a person up there. So that means we got to have somebody here, and somebody up there. Well, that's 3 somebodies. Rad's out of town, so meet our 3rd somebody. Say hi, Austin.
Hey, guys.
Austin's a buddy from church. He's a hard worker. I have no doubt in my mind the 3 of us can get this done. Let's get started.
You need help getting it up there?
I think I'm good.
All right.
On the pile, I'll lift it.
Okay.
There you go.
And then you're gonna have to get out of there and you got it? Yep. Nice. You gave... 1, 2, 3. Nice push. Ready?
Yep. Boom. All right, guys, I'm up on the second floor, and I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited about that. It's my first time up here, and it feels great. It feels great structurally, and it feels great from an accomplishment, right? We're building up. Now, we're going to start putting our Advantec over there against that far wall, working this way, just like we talked about. But our trusses don't have that bracing in yet. Remember a few videos back, we talked about that 2x6 bracing. So before we put that first row of Advantec down, we want to make sure our floor trusses are perfectly on that 24-inch on center spacing. That's one of the things that 2x6 does. We're going to do that later, and I'm going to tell you why we're going to do it later. So to get our spacing, just like we got our stud spacing with our zip perfectly on that 16-inch on center layout, I got this rat run, a long 2x4, and I got it marked every 2 feet. So we're simply going to drop it on top of these joists, screw it down on layout, and then we'll put our first 2 sheets in. Those 2 sheets lock it in the layout, and then we can remove the rat run and keep going. So let me walk over here with you, Jordan, and let's show you how far off it is. So just like this one right here, what are we, 1/2 inch off a layout, 3/8 right there, and I'm 3/8 here. So we just want that 2 foot mark on this truss to be right there. All right, let's put down our rat run, guys. Here.
Okay, I see.
Okay, that's send it, bud. Perfect.
Too much? Perfect. All right, gang, our little temporary rat run is in and it's looking great. Everything is perfectly 2 foot on center. So now we're coming 47 7/8 out from the edge of our building because 47 7/8 is how thick that is. And then that 1/8 gap in between the sheets is what makes up 48. So I marked 47 7/8 there. We're gonna put a string line on it, snap it. That's gonna keep us perfectly straight as we work our way down.
I'm on.
All right, I'm snapping. Can you pull it a little, Austin?
Left toe out of the way. Okay, cool.
All right, here we go. Boom.
Here we go, guys. First sheet of Advantec. So Jordan's got the polyurethane glue. Check it out. Got the applicator. I know they make a longer nozzle for that, but we don't do this full time, so this is gonna be fine for us. We got the quick drive with the extension. We got the quick drive screws, 2.5 inch long. We got our chalk line popped. We got our sheet up here. Let's get some glue down, bud. Let's get our first sheet down. You ready?
Yeah.
Well, you're going the squiggly approach.
I like the squiggle.
Yeah. Yeah, so a joint here, so we're just coming on this side of the truss, and then of course we're gonna catch our bracing out here. I feel like the first sheet is always the hardest, right? There's nowhere to stand. But once we get this one down and screwed down, it just gets easier and easier. So full sheet here, and then I gotta cut this one to go right there, and then I'll have to cut this one to go right here, and then that's where we change direction. So the office is there and the cantilever stairs are there.
All right, I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah, we're good. That's perfect. All right, you want the gun?
Yeah.
And this is where we want to take a lot of care and get it right on our chalk line, because this first row establishes all the rest.
Good.
Nice. You sure you wouldn't rather be on your knees with a nail gun?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
All right, while they work on this sheet, I'm going to go down and cut that one and that one. You want to pull a number for me, bud?
Yeah, your first one is 49.5.
49.5.
Where do you want me to go on this one? To the middle of the girder?
I think I'd rather split it here or here.
Really?
Yeah, let's go out here.
Okay.
So you can.
How's that?
That looks pretty good.
65.5.
Okay, 49.5. 69.5.
65.
60,
49.
65.5. 49.5.
That's it.
Got it.
Look at that reach. I can't do that. You didn't give that one to me. Yeah, guys, the subfloor is really cool, but what we're really after here is this. Enough subfloor down to get the easy up. I can't leave this phone in the sun for more than 2 minutes without it overheating, so the easy up not only gives us a place to rest up here and to put all our tools, because you can't pick up the tools because they're so hot, but it gives us a place to put our tripod so we can film better content. So that's a huge win.
It's a huge win. Shade on the second floor. Let's go.
And on the first floor.
And on the first floor. True. No doubt.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Boom, shakalaka.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Ooh, guys, lunchtime, but it is smoking today. Heat index says it's going to be 97 degrees. So I'm so glad I wore my Camel City Mill socks. So I brought an extra pair to show you up close and personal. These socks have built-in thermal regulation. All that means they're gonna keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And look at that little detail right there. An American flag stitched in, made of American wool in North Carolina. And while we're up close and personal, check out this feature. Double-plated nylon right there in the toe and in the heel. I can definitely tell the difference. And that's why they're so confident in the quality of these socks. If they ever get a hole in them or a tear for 10 years, just send them back and they're gonna send you a new pair. And these socks come in 3 different lengths. That's the boot. They also come in the short anklet, and Rad is sporting the crew socks today. So click the link below if you're ready to up your sock game. You're gonna use the code STUDPACK at checkout and get 10% off. That's an awesome deal. So click the link below, use the code STUDPACK at checkout. You're gonna get that 10% off. Thanks so much to Camel City Mills for sponsoring our video. We really appreciate it. These socks are awesome. Let's grab some lunch and get back to work. We've made great progress so far, and we're gonna keep going. So let me just show you where we're at a little bit. So remember, stairs coming up to the landing. You're gonna turn, there's a hallway here to the bridge, to the garage, a door here into Jordan's new office where he'll do all the editing for our videos, and then a door right here into the upstairs master bedroom, right up here, master closet, and Jordan's actually in the master bath. So remember when we were hanging the trusses and we said the truss manufacturer intentionally lowered the bathroom trusses by 3/4 of an inch so that the bathroom tile would flush out with the hardwood in the bedroom with no transitions, no thresholds. So we're kind of at a point where we need to deal with that. So where I have my tape hooked over there is the recess for the walk-in shower, the curbless 0-entry shower. Drop in the shower also. And here you can see this truss is 3/4 lower than this one. But my bedroom wall sits on the lower truss. So we have to build this truss and 9 others up. We have to pad them out 3/4 of an inch so the top of this truss planes out with the top of these. So all I need is 10 pieces of wood, 3.5 wide, 44 long, 3/4 thick. A perfect use for some of our scrap 3/4 inch plywood. So Josh and I are gonna go downstairs and cut all those, and then Jordan and Austin are gonna move this sheet. Once they get it out of the way, we can pad out all these trusses, run another row of our Advantec, and it's gonna connect to these trusses and these as we work into the bathroom, and eventually we'll stop right there.
All right, gang, we got our plywood strips cut here. And so we used our shower cutout as a reference. And then I have a red chalk line here because now our shower ends. We don't have a reference anymore. So we actually measured off the exterior over there, off our blueprints. We've got a dead straight line. So now I know where to stop moving forward. So we're just putting a tiny bit of glue down. Put our plywood on there. Boom, 7 more times.
All of our 3/4 strips are down, but we got just a little problem. We're not planing out with our trusses that great. Some are not as bad as the others, but we went to all the effort to make this perfectly flat floor on our second floor, so we want to kind of maintain that theme. So we got our planer out, and check this one. That's what we want, right? So I brought a huge punch. We're setting the nails so I don't ruin my blade, and then we're just planing them off and using our level and getting them nice in line. So there's a good example right there. See how we're crashing into this one? So we're gonna make all these flat, and we're ready for our next row.
All right, we're about to start on this half of the trusses, this other half. And so Dad is over there with our boy Eli. He's gonna be our help today. They're over there laying out that rat run because now we need to get these trusses on layout just like we did on the other side. And while they're doing that, me and Carrie are going to be lifting this huge Advantec sheets up onto the second floor there. So tripod time. Yeah. And the next one's good too.
Got our plywood planed off, but we got a lot of shavings in the way. We want to get rid of those because we want positive adhesion between our Advantec glue for our screws to get maximum clamping pressure and get that no squeak guarantee. So the easiest way for us is bring the air hose up here. Look at that air gun I got, Jordan. Pretty cool, huh? You know why I like it?
Well, because it's a big crayon.
Well, this reminds me of the engine spike on an SR-71. All right, gang, slow and steady wins the race. We're making our way into the master bath. In fact, this is the corner of the master bath. So where I have my guide track set up in this line, we're gonna cut that off. And then this area where I'm standing is gonna be recessed, that 3/4 of an inch we keep talking about. So once I cut this section will be easy. It's just a straight run. That's the master closet. Now over here, it kind of looks like a mistake, but I'm glad the way it worked out. Our trusses go off layout. In other words, this doesn't continue through. They're offset, right? Now, maybe in the perfect world, we should have started in the middle and ran to each edge so that this edge or this edge had full bearing on here. But I kind of like the way we split it because this sheet is tying all these trusses together. And so I know we're going to come back later and put blocking, for instance, right here. And we only have to do that in a few places. So my next step, I'm going to cut out this little piece right here, and then we're going to finish the master closet. All right, I got it. Sweet. Yeah, and that's exactly what it's going to look like, right? There you go, guys. You can see our 3/4 inch offset in our trusses. Tile here, wood here, no transition. All right, hold what you got. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Easiest one yet. You're home.
You can support the whole thing, huh? Yep. Here, let me get it.
Yep.
All right, you're good. Pull it until she drops. Boom! Oh!
Even went in.
In the tongue. On the landing.
First one on the landing.
That's good. Yep, that's it. Boom, dude. That is cool.
All right, guys, making great progress on the second floor X-Factor subflooring. And over here, we're really happy with how it came out because this piece right here, it was a 16 1/8 inch rip, the whole piece. In other words, we're parallel. This side of the building is parallel with the other side of the building, 33 feet away. We didn't have to make a tapered cut, nothing like that. Really happy with that. So all our attention to all these details is really paying off. And as you can see, storm clouds are gathering. We just had a thunderstorm roll through here and the X-Factor's wet, but that's okay because it's designed to be wet. That's what the coating is for. And it keeps the water out of the joints and you don't have all that edge swelling. So big shout out to Huber, loving the X-Factor. So let's come over here. There's a lot going on right here, but I want to walk out on the cantilever. And no lie, guys, walking out on this cantilever is a little trippy, but it's really solid. We're going to finish it off later, but let's talk about the intersection of all these trusses and the intersection of all these pieces of Advantec right here. What is going on? All right, let's start right here. I'm over the middle load-bearing wall right under me where these trusses bear down. Now, our layout for the trusses is different on this side than it is on this side. So maybe it would have been better to start our layout here so that the screw pattern is the same there and the same there. But I kind of like having this sheet span this wall and tie these trusses to these trusses. So over where Jordan is, remember, these trusses run this way. And then we run this way, and we got a little short one right here going that way. So we're trying to maintain our spacing and our layout so that the sheets are always perpendicular to the trusses. And that's what we've accomplished right here. So this next piece is going to be kind of a jigsaw puzzle. It's going to go right here, little notcher, come over here, we'll remove that tongue, little notcher, and then we're back on our layout. And then we're going to come back here later. For example, right here, there's nothing supporting this seam. We'll get underneath and put blocking there. So it's coming out great, but before we can go any further, we have to hand build a truss. And this one's a doozy. And let me show you why. It needs to go between these two. And this truss is going to do 4 things for us. Number one, we're going to make it out of a 2x6 so that when we put it on this wall, it's going to be centered on that wall. We're going to have drywall blocking underneath already. The truss is going to be our blocking. And the total height of this entire truss is going to be this height right here, where the shower is. And then the shower subfloor will come across and land on our new truss right there. Once we get that piece in, we'll build the truss up with a 2x4, like all these trusses are, so it matches the bathroom tile height over there. And then we got to come back and pad it out with 3/4, so it pads out and matches the level of these trusses in the hallway right there. And then we got to build a wall on top of the whole thing. So a lot going on with the truss. I already have it laid out. Let's head downstairs, put it together. All right, guys, ready to build that little ladder truss? We got all our little studs cut at 10 and 13. Got the air gun out. It's already laid out. Slide them in, line her up, nail her off.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's light.
Oh, that's light. I was expecting the worst.
When you've been lifting 1 1/8 Advantec all day, this is nothing.
All right.
All right.
Nice. All right, gang, up on the second floor. Our homemade truss is ready to go. And I'm gonna climb over here and we're gonna put it in. All right, I'm good.
Let's see if Dad did his math right.
All right.
Yes, cool.
Nice. Nice job. Did you line up each of these little cripples with the studs below it?
Of course I did. What do you think this is?
Screw it down. That looks great.
If the girls could just line us up like...
Right. Oh, I hate catching screws.
Have the girls line us up.
Whew. All right, it's getting wet. Are we just gonna send it through this rain? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'd rather work in the wet than the 100. Actually, I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Bang. Ugh. Oh yeah.
All right, guys. It is like 5:20 on Friday afternoon, but Jordan and I are actually feeling pretty good because the weather cooled off a lot because of this rain that's going over. So we got like a 20-minute squall. We're just gonna wait it out up here under our Easy Up and continue working with our Advantec. So you're probably saying now, well, step back. Now the wood is wet, you can't glue it down. How about this beauty right there? Adheres to wet and frozen wood.
We're good.
We don't have to worry about the frozen right now, but definitely wet. All right, let's waiting our easy up. All right, gang, rain's over. So we went downstairs and we made this 15+ foot long 2x4 and we put the plywood on the bottom. So our thinking is when we screw this down, we'll overdrive the screws and we can plane the top and not have to like set all the nails like we did on those. So we're gonna flush out my side of this 2x4 with my side of the 2x6. So that leaves this little ledge right here. And that little ledge is gonna support the shower floor, which goes from here to here, and of course all the way over there. Massive shower, love that. And then this will support the hallway floor, and then we got one more piece of wood to put right there to support the bathroom floor. They're all at different levels. So we're gonna screw this down, get the level, and plane this to perfectly plane out with these. Move on to our next step. Gets enough screws?
Yeah. Yeah.
Going. All right, coming back. Yeah, they're slippery. I'm gonna take my time.
All right, take your time. All right, guys, we're getting ready for this jigsaw piece. Boom, 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 boom. So I gave Dad all the measurements. We like double and triple checked, and he's getting started already. Oh my goodness. The Dad cutting, Jordan measuring duo's back. We get this first try, no doubt in my mind. All right, gang, I'm so confident that we glued it down. We put the glue down. Here, I'm gonna drop my end right here, Dad, and then I'm gonna come down here. All right, you ready? I'm dropping.
Nice. Drive it in here.
W. Some people like to party at 6:30 on a Friday night. I want to put my shower subfloor down. Stop a little short if you can. Perfect. All right. All right. Drop in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, dude. I'm perfect. Yep. Nice. All right, gang, happy Monday. Weekend's over, back to work. So there's a little gap here in between our subfloor and our truss. And the beauty about using the quick drive with the screws is that we're sucking all those tight. Check this out. Go ahead, Dad. Oh yeah, it's pulling the trusses up.
Yep. I don't think a nail would do that.
I don't think so either. That looks really good.
All right, guys, we are like 4 to 5 sheets away from completely decking the second floor with our Advantec X Factor, and it came out fantastic. I love this product. It's really flat, it's really strong, and it has a little grip to it. So even when it's wet, you know, you're not slipping all over the place. So a big shout out to Huber once again for providing the material. Really, really appreciate it, guys. And look at this. Look how cool all the different elevations here in the bathroom came out, right? We got this 3/4 inch step down, so our tile, again, is gonna flush out with whatever Jordan puts in the master bedroom, and of course our shower, 0 entry, really cool detail. The truss guys absolutely nailed it. So speaking of trusses, build a custom truss under your like button, smash it for us. Please subscribe to our channel if you're not a subscriber already. Check us out on StudPack2 on YouTube, another channel we got over at Instagram at StudPackOfficial, merch, bunkerbending.com. Guys, we'll see you right back here on our very next video. We're gonna finish this floor. We're gonna build some stairs. We're gonna build some walls. We'll see you then.